Broadcast tonight coming to you from New York City, amid all the hustle and bustle of the streets of Manhattan. We are live. It's a Thursday night presentation here on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining us tonight, Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. And reporting from the sidelines, our very own David Aldridge. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Augustine.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Well, Aaron Gordon is progressing as a shooter. He said, what I've done is connected my three, my pull-up, and my free throw. They're all the same shot now. I'm going to keep trusting my skill, and eventually it'll all come together. With my motor, I feel like whatever I'm doing out there, I can just keep going and going. Kevin?
Tremendous athleticism. Thanks, D.A. Doris, what are you going to be watching about these two teams who seem to be strong up front?
Yeah, I think certainly both have guys with size who also bring incredible skill to the game. And it's really hard to win this league without at least one elite player at one of the front court positions. Now the starting group for Orlando. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Terrence Ross is out there with DJ Augustin. And it's Aminu in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Knicks, it's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Smith is out there with Barrett. And it's Dotson in at the 3 slot. And the Magic start out with the ball. Here's Augustine. Now the pass to Ross. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Julius Randle picks one up. And this is where Terrence Ross turns himself into a weapon, drawing these fouls, getting to the free throw line. He is such an excellent free throw shooter.
That free throw good from Ross. And a career high in scoring, Doris, for Terrence Ross last season.
Boy, he thrived in the instant offense role off the bench. This guy unleashed into an aggressive, assertive, shot-hunting scorer. What a season he had.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And you look at this Magic roster, so much potential.
I think, Greg, they have done a great job of drafting to the style of play they want to play. Guys who want to get after it on the defensive end. Guys who can switch and slide on the perimeter. Guys who can protect the rim. That is the backbone of this organization.
Here's Barrett. Doesn't go that time. Gordon with the defensive effort. And the call will be against R.J. Barrett. That is his first foul of the game.
Refs calling it close already as he picks up a quick early foul.
Gordon finds Aminu. Smith against Augustine. And it's sent back by Robinson. Over to the wing. Here's Dotson. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And you see the passing instincts Barrett has. Great at recognition out on the floor.
About a minute played so far here in the first. Augustine against Smith. Pass to Gordon. Poke loose. It's stolen by Randall. Here's Barrett, and Barrett slams it in.
And what I love about Barrett in transition, he can change directions at full speed.
And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for the Magic. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
That was a rough outing. They did a few good things, but the inconsistencies caught up to them in that one.
To be perfectly frank with you, Greg, I'm surprised it was as close as it was. I thought they were outclassed all night.
The Knicks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Smith kicks to Barrett. Randall surveying the D. Back to Dotson. 6 on the shot clock. It's hauled in by Gordon. And here's Augustine. 20 points for him last game against Boston. Pass to Gordon. It's rebounded by New York.
3 straight misses to begin the game. Not the start they were hoping for.
Smith kicks to Barrett. Ross with the steal. Pass to Vucevic. Here's the 3. He can't get it to go. The Knicks go the other way with it.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
And the call will be against R.J. Barrett. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Well, just a little too physical out there right now. That's already his second foul.
Knox, he's checked in for Barrett. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Randall. And the power rankings now, second half of February. Interesting to see how some of these teams compare. You take a look at the Bucks. They've climbed all the way up to the second spot.
And I think for the Knicks, they just can't seem to find the mojo they need to move up the rankings. They've tinkered with their lineup, but so far they just keep getting the same result.
And it'll be Orlando with their first time out of the game right here.
Well, hard to find a team more iconic in the NBA than the New York Knicks. They are a premier brand.
Greg, this is absolutely true. This is an organization that has played a few games in London that have helped them, and it hasn't seemed to matter that the team has struggled for an extended period of time. They remain a major media presence in a major market. The NBA is better when the New York Knicks are a factor.
About this time of the year, we hear early talk about end-of-the-season awards. When you're thinking about who you'd vote for MVP or whatever, Doris, when do you start giving consideration to those topics?
You know what's fascinating, Kevin, is where all the major awards are considered, particularly the MVP, it feels like there's a narrative that develops back when the season starts. The key as a voter, I think, is to sort of eliminate the noise, look at the numbers, consider the success of teams, and make your decision from there. You've got to make sure you're really doing your research.
And sometimes, am I right, it comes down to the final couple days of the regular season before a voter like yourself knows for sure.
Kev, I have cast my MVP ballot on the last possible day in each of the last 3 years.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And you spend any amount of time watching Dennis Smith Jr., Greg, his leaping ability makes for some impressive highlights.
Kevin, he's got the size and the off-the-charts athleticism. Now just trying to figure out how to realize his obvious potential.
Take a break. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. Well, few players in the NBA are as scary as Dennis Smith Jr. when he has speed towards the rim.
Smith just attacks with a ferociousness when he puts the ball on the floor. It can leap out of the building and strong enough to dunk over and through just about any player. Still developing the rest of his game, but you like his aggression when going to the hoop.
Guys, when you consider the New York Knicks roster, there is some talent amongst their young players. More than a handful of their guys in their first 3 years in the league. Kevin Knox, Mr. Robinson, and Mr. Dotson all could be factors for them in the future.
Now, here's Aminu. Following the missed shot by Dennis Smith. That's tipped, but they get it back. Smith against Augustine. 6 to shoot. Fires the 3, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. Look at Orlando. Right now they've compiled the 6th best record in the conference. And of course the Knicks down 5 spots from them.
And right now for the Knicks, they've had such a disappointing season. even when they've gotten a little bit of momentum, they haven't been able.
Oh, goodness gracious.
About that finish.
The Magic trail by 4. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's the floater, and he lays it up and in.
What a finish from DJ Augustine. At 6 feet or less, you've got to have that floater game in your bag of tricks.
The pass to Knox. Now here is Smith. He's covered by Aminu. Smith, no luck.
All by himself, trying to step up. He's got to be frustrated with the miss.
Here's Gordon, and then Gordon with the dunk.
If you don't keep Aaron Gordon out of the paint, it's going to be a long night. How easy is that?
Pass to Dotson. Now Randall. He's guarded by Ross. 9 feet out. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Boy, the bounce pass put right on the money. Nice assist.
Looking at the Knicks, they took the win in their last game against the Cavaliers in Cleveland. Augustine passes to Gordon. Shoots a fader. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Coming into this, having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
Yeah, facing that hostile crowd, they've just found a way to kind of tune out the noise and focus on the game.
Well, the best way to silence a crowd is with your offensive game. Those fans got quiet in a hurry when the buckets started raining down.
The shot. Smith trying to break loose. Robinson misses.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
In the corner, Knox with it. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Now, this is what they're asking for from Dennis Smith Jr. Keep your eyes up and be ready to make a play for your teammates.
Orlando's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Augustine against Smith. Ross with a wide open look. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. The Knicks have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark.
Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
Here's Augustine bringing it up now for the Orlando Magic. 4-point game. Passes it to Aminu. Nice hit again. It's rebounded by New York. Robinson's got 4 rebounds in this game. Knox the pass to Randall. And they pick up 2. Randall's got his second bucket.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
The Magic trail by 6.
Yeah, that's got them over the limit with a lot of time still left. They're going to have to tone it down or they may end up giving up a lot of free throws here.
Orlando shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. Free throw drops for Augustine. Doris, who are some of your favorite players to interact with, interview, and question as you go through the season?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many guys. I think, you know, certain people really give a lot of thought to their answers. So a Kyrie Irving, he wants to explain what he's thinking. He's willing to share and take a moment and consider the question. Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Damian Lillard, all of these guys, when I ask a question, Kev, they'll pause for a moment, consider the question, and then respond. And for somebody who's got to interview, there's nothing greater than having those guys willing to take some time with me.
Well, Doris, and you always get great answers from them, too. So there's a great rapport there, I can see. Pass to Dotson. New York moving it around. Here's Randall, and there's another one for the Knicks.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Now here is Augustine. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. And the pass to Birch. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. The Knicks leading by 6. Dotson gets the bucket. Dotson's got 6 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Orlando's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Isaac passes to Bamba. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Well, don't let that lean frame fool you. Mo Bamba able to muscle through contact. Nice.
Payton with the ball. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It goes on Mohamed Bamba.
And now, in his second year of coaching the Knicks, David Fizdale putting more of a stamp on this team, changing the mindset of the franchise.
Well, the New York Knicks hired David Fizdale to steer the ship with a group of young players. And I want you to think back to where he earned his stripes. That was with the LeBron James and Dwayne Wade championship Miami teams. So he knows culture and he knows winning.
The first one falls.
And the Magic, one of those franchises that's still looking for its first title.
And Greg, they've been to the NBA Finals twice, but boy, did they run up against 2 of the all-time great individual closers in history. 1995, Hakeem Olajuwon says no to the Magic. 2009, the Black Mamba, Kobe Bryant says, no, sir, I'm getting another championship. I think Elfrid Payton has exciting potential. He's got unbelievable defensive instincts and work habits. He just needs to develop a little bit more on the offensive end.
Pass to Harkless. Back to Payton. It's rebounded by Carter Williams. The Magic trail by 4. Passes it to Fournier. He kicks it to Carter Williams. Shot clock at 5. Back to Fournier. Releases. Unable to get that one. And New York will come the other way. Their last meeting was in Orlando, where they were unable to fight off the Magic.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
Well, you have to believe the coaching staff made that a point of emphasis. Better aggressiveness, better intensity on the backboards. Well, Damian Dotson in his second season, this guy was able to get on the floor at a consistent rate and show that he could be a solid contributor.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. And for Dotson, as you said, Doris, he got his chance as the Knicks started to play the young guys last season.
And he has the potential, Kevin, Damian Dotson, to be a fantastic three-point shooter from what he's shown to this point. You combine that with his high motor and energy, and there's a lot to like if you're a fan of this team.
The Magic trail by 6. Carter Williams feeling it out a bit. Clock at 6. It's Fournier on the wing. Shoots from the baseline. No good on the shot. The Knicks go the other way with it. Dotson kicks to Payton. That's a miss, his second after 2 shots.
Unbelievable. He blew that. Look, guys, no clue what went wrong there.
Up again. It's good on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
And so Payton will bring it up for New York. They lead by 4. Pass to Harkless. Here's Portis. Birch grabs the board. 1:51 left to play in the first quarter. Now here's Isaac, defended by Harkless. Isaac passes to Fournier. That 3 off the mark.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
Well-placed alley-oop pass into the layup.
Well, what you want to see from Elfrid Payton are floor general skills on full display. Finds the open teammate. Nice.
Payton against Carter Williams. 1:15 left to play here in the first. Here's Birch. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Celtics in Boston. Over Gibson. The shot by Birch, no good.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
And New York making a change here. Smith has checked in. The Magic trail by 6. 55 seconds left in the first. Fournier for 3. It's rebounded by New York.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
You talk about a vicious dunker, somebody that's got poster-worthy opportunities. You're talking about Dennis Smith Jr.
A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
Here's Carter Williams. Isaac kicks to Birch. And it's Carter Williams in the corner. Just 5 to shoot. From deep. They get it back. Birch. Great D that time from Portis.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
Here's Payton. Back to Harkless. There's the triple. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And so it's New York holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Bobby Portis, who's known for his work ethic, said he learned a lot from his mother.
She gets up at 3, 4 in the morning and gets off at 1, 2 in the evening. You know, she works hard for her 4 boys. You know, she bears herself off daily. You know, I always try to pride myself in hard work also because how hard she worked for me.
And she was a basketball player in her own right. Greg, a scholarship at Jackson State University.
Yeah, and gave up basketball when she had Bobby, but she encouraged him to pursue his dream, and she said now she's living her dream through him.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what's your take on the Knicks so far?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
Harkless is out there with Taj Gibson. Then there's Bobby Portis. Then it's Barrett, and it's Smith in at the point. That's the 5 for New York right now. Tipped away. Gibson dishes to Barrett. Birch grabs the board. Birch has got 4 rebounds in this game. And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Fournier passes to Isaac. The 6th pick back in 2017, 6'10" Jonathan Isaac out of Florida State. Greg, what have you seen from him?
Came in somewhat raw. Potential as a rangy defender. Offensively, though, still a ways to go.
And he knocks down the first one. If you were coaching, Doris, and you could run your offense through any center in the game, and let's take guys that are playing right now because we can go back in history and the names are endless, but who would you run your offense through at that position?
Probably a guy that the casual NBA fan is not as knowledgeable about as they should be, Kevin, and that's Nikola Jokic. This is a young, early 20-year-old who may be the best passer out of the post position that we've seen in a generation. Jokic is a guy who can handle the ball from three-point territory. He can take it off the window and initiate your offense. They run him like a point center, and it's appropriate because he's unselfish and gifted as a passer.
Gifted, great word to use, you're right. Shot clock at 6. There at the pass to Gibson. Kicks it to Harkless from deep three-point range, and they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. A different look for New York. Mitchell Robinson comes in for Portis, and Kevin Knox is subbed in for Maurice Harkless. Vucevic, he's checked in for Orlando. Gordon comes in for Jonathan Isaac. Smith outside, lets it go with a 3. Drills it from outside. Smith's got the lead up to 11 now for the Knicks.
Well, Dennis Smith Jr. showing you, yeah, the catch and shoot, I've got that too.
Here's Fournier, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Magic have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts. And that one falls for Fournier.
They've hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
And Orlando making a change here. Aminu's checked in. And so he makes both from the line.
You know, there's an unpredictability about what Evan Fournier does that keeps defenders guessing. This guy is outstanding at using that to his advantage.
There's the pass to Barrett. And it's blocked by Gordon. Bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. Here's Knox. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Now Carter Williams. Outside Fournier. Shot clock at 5. Here's Gordon. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got 5 rebounds tonight. Knox misses. The Magic trail by 9. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, for Nick Vucevic, there was some great first last season. His son Philip was born in December, and then Dad made his first All-Star appearance. Nick is from a basketball family. He said, "I'll enjoy telling my son the stories, like my dad did with me. We'll see if he likes the game of basketball." I think he will. Kevin?
Well, DA, it's certainly in his genes. Thanks for that report.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
And here's Aminu. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And the foul on Dennis Smith Jr. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Julius Randle's checked in for Taj Gibson. Then for the Magic, Ross comes in for Evan Fournier. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Michael Carter-Williams. And Orlando has possession. They trail by 11. Here's Vucevic, and he makes the 8-footer. Vucevic has got his second basket of the game.
You have to admire the confidence of Nikola Vucevic. This close, he's focused on putting 2 on the board.
Smith the pass to Knox. Here's Randall. Orlando grabs the miss. Vucevic has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Aminu. It's rebounded by Barrett. The Knicks leading by 9. Here's Knox. 8 points his last outing. Smith no good.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
Augustine dishes to Ross. Randall with some nice D.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And Randall throws it down.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Augustine against Smith. And Augustine kicks to Ross. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine.
Yeah, Terrence Ross in his comfort zone from distance. This guy has always had the eye of a sharpshooter.
Outside Robinson. Here's Knox. He's covered by Aminu. Out to Smith. 4 on the clock. Knocks it loose. Augustine with the steal. Now here's Ross. Not a lot of room. He dishes it to Augustine. Down low. Here's Gordon. He makes that one drop, only a second in 5 tries.
Well, you have to admire the strength of Aaron Gordon. This guy is adept at finding his way through intense defense.
Randall right side. Pass to Knox. 13 feet away. The shot misses. And Orlando will come the other way. Now, here's Aminu. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. There's Gordon with the 3. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
And Kev, this is exactly what you expect from DJ Augustine. This is why coaching staffs love him. He makes everyone better.
Here's Smith. Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession. And here's what the schedule for Orlando looks like. On Saturday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the Milwaukee Bucks. And then on Monday, it'll be the Atlanta Hawks coming into town.
And in that matchup with the Pistons, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
Aminu with it, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Passes to Ross for 3. It's rebounded by New York.
And that's how you have to defend him out there on the three-point line. Played him perfectly.
Smith on the wing. Wants to get it to Randall and does.
And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim unabated in stride.
And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for the Orlando Magic. It's a 5-point game. Pass to Aminu. And there's the pass to Vucevic. Back to Aminu. 5 to shoot. Randall grabs the board.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Smith the pass to Robinson. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gordon.
A moment now to see the numbers for Robinson. 6th in blocks. And don't forget, top 20 in the league in rebounds per game. He's got a great nose for the ball.
And his ability to patrol the lane is a difference maker for that team. Exceptional timing and anticipation. That's why he's a top 10 shot blocker. Smith with a wide open look. And there's another one for the Knicks. The Magic trail by 7. Augustine looking around. Ross with the bounce pass. Robinson against Vucevic. The Magic again can't hit. New York's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And Greg, talking to scouts about R.J. Barrett, they love the athleticism. But what makes him especially good is the work ethic and the confidence.
Yeah, some elite prospects will take plays off. This guy never does. He's not one that sits around and reads his press clippings. He's a warrior, a leader, and he's proven to be a winner.
Pass to Vucevic. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Deep 2 from Ross. It's through for his second basket. He's now 2 for 6.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Smith kicks to Robinson. Great D that time from Vucevic. And that one drops for him. Robinson's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Pass to Aminu. Now here's Vucevic over Robinson. And it's Vucevic missing.
And I'll tell you, they're going to need more from this guy if they're going to cut into this deficit.
Knox the pass to Barrett. Ross with the steal. And now the fast break. Ross with the ball. And Ross with the slam.
How about that tremendous defense leading to points? Ross stays alert, makes the steal, and goes right on the attack.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching, and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the baseline.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. And
wow.
I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
Remember it very well.
Incredible.
Very well. And he makes the first. And he makes the first, but misses the second.
Well, you talk about physical gifts for the game. Mo Bamba, a 7-footer with the longest wingspan, 7'9.5", and that gives him a huge sphere of influence.
From past the arc, the shot by Birch, no good. New York leading by 8. Payton surveying the floor. To the inside. And Robinson that time on the assist from Payton. And it's 6 points for Robinson. Greg, you look at Bamba able to touch the rim while still on the ground. And he gets off the ground pretty well, too.
A good athlete, still getting stronger and developing his feel for the game. But he has something you just can't teach.
Here's Augustine. Now a chance, guys, to examine the rebounding numbers over the past months for him.
And those are some numbers that he can't be happy about. His rebounding totals have taken a dip over the past few months. He's got to get back to giving the kind of effort on the boards we were seeing from him earlier.
The first free throw is good.
And quietly, DJ Augustine has become one of the game's better three-point shooters. This is an established player who finds ways to continue to be productive, guys.
And the Magic making a change here. Fournier is checked in. Both free throws good from Augustine.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
There's a minute 47 left in the first half. Payton outside. Pass to Harkless. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The Knicks have gone 5 of 8 from the charity stripe here tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Harkless. Michael Carter-Williams checked in for Orlando. Second free throw, no good. 7-footers typically challenged as far as mobility. But, Doris, you look at Mo Bamba. He appears to be very fluid.
Well, he's listed at 7 feet. He's actually 7'1" in shoes. And despite that height, Kevin, as you mentioned, Mo Bamba is a very fluid athlete. He's got exceptional feet, tremendous upside for Bamba.
Making plays in traffic. This is where Barrett's most effective.
1:04 left to play here in the half. And Fournier kicks to Bamba. Isaac. No good with the triple.
And you can tell right there, the defense is totally fine with him shooting that. That's not his game.
Here's Randall. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
The pass to Birch. Outside Fournier. From 17 feet out. Outside for Carter-Williams. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Here's Isaac. Back to Carter-Williams. Pass to Fournier. It's stolen by Randall. On up the court. Here's Barrett, and Barrett slams it in.
And you see the edge Barrett plays with, attacking the rim with bad intentions.
The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Knicks lead by 13. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Alfred, how big is defense going to be in the second half to help you get this win?
It's going to be big. So it's going to come down to defense wins games.
It certainly does, Alfred. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. A stellar first half for Julius Randle. He had 14 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 steals. He struggled in their last game, but he's not having any problems tonight. Really good first half for him. He was right on the mark. Hey, big fella, what's your take on New York so far?
In simple truth, they just got hot. Didn't matter what the defense was doing, Ernie. They were definitely able to rise above it. Even the tough shots. Did you see that one shot? I don't know how they even went down. They can carry this over to the second half. It's going to be hard to beat them, boy. Woo-wee.
How about you, Kenny? What did you think about Orlando?
I think they're giving this game away because of their turnovers. I mean, you may not control everything that happens out there, but you do control how much you value each possession. I think coming out of the break, they need to be more efficient to close the gap in the score.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my main man, Joel.
Joel, what up?
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. We're seeing a tremendous game from Julius Randle.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end, and boy, this young guy has done just that.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Tipping off the second half, here's Steve Clifford's 5. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. B.J. Augustine out there with Terrence Ross. And it's Aminu in at the 3. Here's Barrett. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession. Here is Robinson. This is the most they've led by, 13 points. Smith, no luck. It's stolen by Randle. Over Gordon. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. 16 points for Julius Randle. And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for Orlando. Down low. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Smith drives in. No good there. The Magic go the other way with it.
Boy, as slow a start as you could have. Just 1 for 4 from the field. They're struggling.
The Knicks leading by 13. Randle outside. It's stolen by Aminu. It's stolen by Barrett. It's Randle with the drive, and Randle throws it down.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
The Knicks have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Floats it up for Randle.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Augustine, he has 6. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. And here's Aminu. Passes it to Ross. Drains it from beyond the arc. Ross has got 13 points.
Things coming very easily right now for Terrence Ross. He's played with all the swag you could ask for.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, before he became a head coach in Memphis and New York, David Fizdale spent 8 seasons as an assistant under Eric Spoelstra in Miami. Now, Spo said he's a brilliant basketball mind that has exceptional gold standard level communication skills. One of the most talented coaches I've been around. So, Kevin, Fizdale is highly respected.
David, he sure is. Great reputation. Now getting his shot. Thank you so much. And it's Vucevic missing.
What a masterful job on the defensive end. Did everything possible to alter that shot.
That's a 2 from Smith. Here's Dotson. Vucevic with the block.
Well, the reach, the timing, Vucevic using all of that 7'4" wingspan.
Wow, hammering it in.
Wow, the tenacity of Aaron Gordon, the athleticism is just amazing.
Pass to Barrett. Robinson down low. Vucevic on him. Smith the pass to Robinson. Trying to get open is Randall. Robinson misses.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
Now in his 6th season in the NBA, hard to believe Aaron Gordon is still just 24 years of age.
Not much older than some rookies coming in. You wonder what his ceiling will be.
Bobby Portis is checked in for New York. Gibson comes in for Julius Randle.
And one of the more transcendent athletes in the game. Aaron Gordon still has some untapped potential. He could make a big leap.
That's Johnson, top of the key. Here's Barrett. Portis trying to free himself. Barrett, no good. That's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will retain possession. And Greg, we've seen Gordon playing in a slower pace system. He was asked to play at the small forward.
Not ideal, Kevin. He's better off as a small ball power forward, getting out in the lane and using those springs to rise over the D.
Here's Smith. 8 points for him. The pass to Barrett. Here's Dotson. Smith outside. 6 to shoot. There's Portis. That one wide left. The Magic trail by 9. Bounce pass from Augustine. And there it is for him. Gordon's got 11 points here in just the second half.
I'll tell you, despite this guy's strong play in this period, they're still behind. Someone else has got to step up.
Kevin Knox is checked in for New York. Gordon against Gibson. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen. And while we can now, let's check in on the top scoring rookies in the NBA. Third is R.J. Barrett.
Well, coming in, you wondered how his talent would translate at this level in terms of scoring. And I gotta say, apparently, it's translating pretty well.
Augustine finds Aminu. Got a piece of it. Here's Vucevic. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
He's got the size to make that an easy finish. Vucevic, deep position, and he's golden.
New York calls timeout.
Well, they say the post-up big man is dead and gone in the NBA, but don't tell that to Nikola Vucevic. An offensive focal point, and he does some of his best work on that low block. The numbers now for Nikola Vucevic. He's been fantastic over the last 10 games or so, putting up about 18 points per, 16 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he does the heavy lifting on the glass, throwing himself into the rebounding battle with just complete effort.
Well, you get the feeling he believes every rebound should be his, and most of them are. This guy is putting up tremendous numbers.
Here's Dotson, and just miss after miss right now. And you look at the footwork of Vucevic inside, his moves and counter moves, terrific.
Shades of Kevin McHale. And that's something he's continued to develop in the pros, a response to defenders who often surpass him athletically. And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
And it's blocked. They retain possession. Augustine finds Gordon. Back to Augustine. 5 on the clock. With some arc. Here's Knox. Aminu grabs the miss. Aminu's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Gordon, and it's Gordon with the finish.
Well, the offensive game of Aaron Gordon continues to improve, and when he's feeling it, he stays aggressive.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
Well, night in and night out, sometimes it's a battle of runs. Who has the most?
The Knicks making a switch here. Payton's checked in. Orlando also making some changes. Mohamed Bamba, he's checked in for Aminu. Evan Fournier comes in for Terrence Ross. And Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Augustine. And Gibson kicks to Dotson. Vucevic with the block. Fournier with the ball. Picked up by Portis. Carter-Williams can't get it to go. The Knicks leading by 3. Here's Dotson. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. The Magic have gone 8 of 16 in the third quarter to put their second half shooting percentage right at 50%. Carter-Williams, the pass to Vucevic. Kicks it out to Gordon. Pass to Bamba. It's good. And now just a 1-point Knicks lead.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Payton against Carter-Williams. Right wing. Here's Knox. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon.
Well, I really like Kevin Knox taking the initiative and seeking contact right there. Nicely done.
Jonathan Isaac, he's checked in for the Magic. Augustine comes in for Michael Carter-Williams. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And Kevin Knox, yet another player out of the University of Kentucky. We've seen so many enter the NBA from that program. What they love about Kevin Knox is his ability to score at all 3 levels.
And Kevin Knox gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And Vucevic kicks to Augustine. Passes it to Fournier. 6 on the shot clock. Bamba passes to Vucevic from 15 feet away, and it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Ken Burks is checked in for Vucevic. The Knicks leading by 3. Payton outside. Pass to Portis. Shoots over Bamba. Nice shot by Portis. Portis has got his first bucket of the night. And with Knox, the Knicks kept feeding him minutes, Doris, allowing him to learn on the fly.
Yes, because of the circumstance with his team, he got a lot of the offense running through him as the season progressed. And for Kevin Knox, he had ample room to grow and make mistakes, and that's critical to his development.
For 3, Fournier. It's rebounded by New York. 17 points was their biggest margin. They've got the Pistons ahead of them in their next game in Detroit. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. The Magic trail by 7. Augustine passes to Fournier. The dish to Bamba. Back to Isaac. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Bamba finds Isaac. Just 3 to shoot. The shot from 20 feet away. Augustine, no luck. The Knicks leading by 7. Here's Dotson. He's got 12. Here's Gibson, and the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
If Taj Gibson gets around the rack, you understand this guy is going to make an opportunity.
Here's Augustine bringing it up now for the Orlando Magic. And there's the pass to Fournier. Looking to end the run. Birch kicks to Bamba. Portis brings the double team. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first. A different look for New York. Julius Randle's checked in for Gibson. Harkless comes in for Kevin Knox. And Smith subbed in for Payton. He can't make the second free throw either. Missing both. And the former Razorback, Bobby Portis, took a few years to find his spot in the NBA. Now he does produce.
And great big man to bring in off the bench. Good size and quickness combination, and will always give you scoring with that second unit.
The Magic trail by 11. Now a timeout called by Orlando. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
On defense, New York. They lead by 11. Fournier gets a wide open look. The basket is good. The assist from Augustine. Augustine's got assist number 7 for him tonight. Right side, Portis. And Portis throws it down.
Dennis Smith Jr., you want more of this. Find your open teammate and make sure you put it on time.
Here's Augustine. He's got 6. .149 left to play in the third. And the call will be against Julius Randle. That's foul number 2 for him. We've got 1:48 left in the third quarter. Inside, here's Birch. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You could see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
There's 1:26 left in the third quarter. Smith against Augustine. No good on that one. Randle with some nice D. New York with the ball. They're on a 14-5 run here. The shot by Harkless, no good. The Magic trail by 10. That one is off. And the second free throw, good. 59 seconds left in the third. Left side, Portis. Pass to Randle. Intercepted. Now, here's Isaac. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game.
Well, excellent pursuit of the basketball by Mo Bamba. Love his effort there.
Here's Smith. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
And the first one at the line is good.
Now think back to the 2017 NBA draft. Dennis Smith Jr. was the 9th overall pick. There were many who believed he could have gone sooner, and some still think he should have. Let's see what plays with this young man's career.
And the Knicks making a change here. Barrett's checked in. Smith hits them both.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Augustine against Smith. Outside Fournier. Pass to Birch. He kicks to Bamba. Another shot. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, let's remember, Mo Bamba is 7 feet tall. He is a challenge for the defense to get a good contest.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one misses.
Well, Mo Bamba is the prototypical modern NBA big, right? The size combined with the shooting ability.
Good on the second free throw. Here's Smith. 10 points for him. Kicks it to Harkless. Pass to Barrett. Launches a 3. Trains the three-pointer. Barrett's got 11.
Showing improvement in that aspect of his game. Barrett wants to get better firing off the catch.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Knicks out front. They lead by 11. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And Orlando has possession. They trail by 11. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. Setting the floor for the Knicks. It's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Barrett is out there with Dennis Smith, and it's Harkless in its small forward. No good on that one. That one misses.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Augustine up top, covered by Smith. Outside Fournier. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Randall. Fournier's shot is off.
I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end.
Augustine against Robinson. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. But on that shot, with that, the Knick lead is cut down to 9 in the bucket from Augustine.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Now the pass to Barrett. Back to Smith. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on Mohamed Bamba.
Make no mistake, the determination that Dennis Smith Jr. plays with on the interior is going to make good things happen.
Free throw good, Smith. Orlando making some changes. Gordon's checked in for Kem Birch. Aminu comes in for Jonathan Isaac. And it's Ross in for Augustine. Both shots good from the stripe. The Magic trail by 11. Looking to get it going, and plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up.
Okay, flashing some impressive instincts. Evan Fournier knowing when to attack and draw the foul.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Here's Barrett. And yes, it's good. And the Knicks lead by 12.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
And here's Fournier. He brings it up for Orlando. It's stolen by Barrett. And here's the fast break. Barrett leading the way. The shot by Harkless, no good. The Magic have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. Fournier in the corner. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Barrett. Here's Harkless. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
The Magic trail by 14. Poked loose. Bamba dishes to Ross. For 3, Fournier. And Harkless pulls it down. Harkless has got 6 rebounds in the game. Offensive rebound, Robinson. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the 2 teams.
Scooped up. Robinson with the block. Now, here's Barrett. He's guarded by Ross.
And with this kind of momentum behind him, Barrett, a terror. Love seeing him hammer it home.
Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over. And with the way Mitchell Robinson can protect the rim doors, there's a lot to like about that second-round pick.
Yeah, on draft day, Mitchell Robinson flew under the radar, but he had a great summer league. He got tremendous minutes early as a rookie. This is a great leaper, a great shot blocker, always something teams can use, both of those attributes.
Dotson's checked in for the Knicks. Aminu with it. Will it go? That shot is off. Excellent D that time from Robinson. Throws it up high, and it's Robinson with the jam.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
And that, to me, Greg, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
Fournier passes to Aminu. Orlando moving the ball around. Here's Ross. Finds himself wide open and drills it.
You can see Terrence Ross call for the pick and roll, Kevin, and he makes it work. That's good leadership from him at the offensive end.
Smith the pass to Randall. And again, it's New York.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And so here's Orlando. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Fournier into the lane. Makes it off the glass.
You've got to be able to manipulate the defense in pick and roll. Fournier, nice job there.
Now the Knicks with it. They're on a 14-5 run. Robinson left side. Pass to Dotson. From deep. Offensive rebound. Robinson passes to Randall. Out to the wing. Here's Dotson. Nailed from three-point land.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Now Fournier. A lot of people look at that general manager position with the team. I think it grows with some organization, maybe shrinks in importance with others. But by and large, it is more stable than coaching, isn't it? That position of being a GM.
Yeah, and I think, Kevin, if you were to ask coaches, one of the things I've heard sort of thrown out there as an idea is when you list the head coach's record, why not list the GM's record as well? Because the reality is success in the NBA is contingent on so many things. What's your ownership like? What kind of front office personnel? Have they made great decisions? Do you have the best possible coaching comparative to the talent on your roster? So much contributes to winning, Kevin.
Passes it to Ross. Just 5 on the clock. Minu finds Bamba. Deep 2 from Ross. A fresh 14 for Orlando. Tries again, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, obviously, this is where Mo Bamba is so dangerous. You make a mistake on the defensive end, he's going to take free throws.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good, and the Magic making a change here. Augustine's checked in. He hits both from the stripe. The Knicks leading by 19. Here's Smith. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. DJ Augustine picks one up.
Well, that requires a level of concentration, and Dennis Smith Jr. so skilled at keeping his balance.
Vucevic checked in for the Magic. And that one misses. Doris, when you look at the success of international players, and the league has a litany of very good international players, Doncic being the latest success story, is the perception changing about these kids when they come from overseas and play in the NBA?
Well, one of the greatest, and to me, the greatest international player of all time, Dirk Nowitzki, a Hall of Fame player, probably changed the perception to start with. Now, listen, over the years, Luka is going to have perhaps a Hall of Fame career if he stays healthy. The reality is this. The NBA is looking for the best players to man those 15 roster spots of the 30 NBA teams. It doesn't matter where you're from, what the color of your skin is. If you can play the game of basketball and play it at the highest level, the NBA wants you to be a part of their league.
First one falls for him. And for a lot of these kids, Greg, it's interesting how quickly teams expect them to get up to speed. Case in point, R.J. Barrett.
Yeah, I mean, he had only the 1 year of college, already being asked to produce. Fortunately, he's very mature for his age and generally plays up to the level of competition.
He's perfect from the line this time.
Born in Toronto, Barrett joins a talented group of Canadians who have entered the NBA ranks.
Pass to Ross. Now Vucevic. Robinson with the block. Second chance shot, and Vucevic with the layup.
It's easy to say. This guy wanted it more, creating the second chance opportunity and cashing in.
And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Boy, you have to absorb the bump on the jump shot, and Dennis Smith Jr. still able to deliver. That is not easy, folks.
Bobby Portis is checked in for Mitchell Robinson. The free throw off from Smith.
Really getting after the defense since the break. He's so hard to keep off the line when he pushes the action.
Ross with room to shoot. That's in. Augustine with the assist. Augustine's got his 8th assist in the game. There's the pass to Portis. It's stolen by Vucevic. Picked away. Portis, the pass to Smith. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got his 16th rebound on the night. Augustine with it. Now Smith defending. Here's the break. Here's Portis. Count that bucket.
Well, they've won the battle of transition buckets, and those easy points have helped them build this lead.
Well, this is their pace. This is exactly how they want to play. A little fast, a little loose.
Augustine with it. He's against Smith. The Magic again can't hit. The Knicks leading by 23. Randall outside. And Randall throws it down.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
Orlando with the ball. And here's Augustine. Pass to Gordon. Doris, all right, this is going to come out of the blue here, but if you had to choose between raising the height of the basket or widening the floor or even widening the lane, which would it be?
I have very strong feelings on this, Kevin, and for me it would be widening the floor. And the reason I say that is it feels to me in the last couple of years there are more sideline violations where teams are turning it over because they're trying to get to that corner three, one of the most advantageous, best shots in today's game. But because that three-point line is so close to the sideline out of bounds, we're seeing too many violations. So if I had to choose between one or the other, I would absolutely widen the floor.
Augustine in the corner. The tray. And again, it's Orlando with the three.
And as they're trailing in this game, they're trying to stay in it with the triple. Just shooting a lot more of them than they did in the first half.
Passes to Randall and stolen by Gordon. Here's Ross. It's rebounded by Barrett. Barrett's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. To the paint. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. 8 points for Bobby Portis.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Here's Augustine. Pass to Gordon. Now here is Augustine. Shot clock at 6. Takes it from 10. That one off the back iron and out. The Knicks leading by 21. Here's Barrett. And Barrett slams it in.
Putting that speed to great use. Once Barrett gets a step on the D, good night.
And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for Orlando. Doris, you and I are faced with this a lot, voting for the MVP. Great stats versus winning. Where do you stand on that when you vote for the league MVP?
Well, winning could be the definitive line if I have two candidates who are close. For instance, for me, this last MVP came down to James Harden and Giannis Antetokounmpo, and I took it to the last possible moment. And I could have gone in either direction and been comfortable. Ultimately, I went with Giannis, and the deciding factor came down to he led his team to the best record in the league. It was a difficult vote, but ultimately it's one category which helps tilt me in one direction or another.
And I did too, and what also helped me was just the improvement defensively they had made, and I know Antetokounmpo was a very big part of it.
No, it's a great point. He was a two-way force.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will, and you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Knicks.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season.
And so they're able to even up the season series at a game apiece with one left to play, exacting a little revenge and really saving face. They did not want to go down 2-0.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Julius Randle.
Well, I think his contribution clearly came at the defensive end, right? He came up with a bunch of huge steals. He was a menace all night long.
We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth. Augustine with it. And it's Vucevic in the corner. Jacks up a three. Randle grabs the board. This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing.
Now Vucevic. So no problem for New York as they get the win. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Kevin, with Julius Randle. And Julius, you get it done at multiple ends. Where does your focus been in terms of approach?
Just taking what the defense gives me. I'm a lot more patient, let the game come to me. Don't really try to force things as much. Just try my hardest to let the game come to me the most.
Well, you were a big part of the win tonight, Julius. Thanks for your time. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.